we'll talk about holidays this week, huh? Roger?
Holidays. Yeah. There's no better topic because Marty has just been back from a month-long excursion to the people of Vietnam.
I know. Oh my goodness, and it was amazing. What a good way to do a January. Let me tell you, I feel like I lived a life in that month.
Did you, when you were in Vietnam, did you do the stuff like firing a gun? Did you
No.
No, you didn't go to any of like the military things.
There wasn't like I wasn't looking for that, but I didn't see anything. If there was anything military-esque, it was like you couldn't go near it. Unless,
okay.
like there was probably, there was cornered off parts that were like a military area, no entry. But there could have been. I didn't do that. I didn't know that was an option.
Outside of like historical Nam stuff, the thing I always think of, and maybe this is just the type of friends I have going, or maybe the time of your life that you're going. But most of my friends who have gone to Vietnam, like they would have gone maybe just after university, that type of time. And the one thing I'd say, I must know 5 different lads that came back with the same story, that they got to pay like £20 and got to use a minigun to shoot up a tank.
Oh my God, I can see that happening 100%. Vietnam is a crazy country in the best way, but it is nuts. But no, it was a lot of people that age there. It was like we were the older travelers, if that's even possible. But there was lots of 20-somethings, 19-year-olds going around the place backpacking on their gap yacht.
How'd you find the food? Was it good?
Oh, I fucking loved it. It was unbelievable. It was the best food I've ever had, I'd say. And I went with another Marty, 2 Martys, and she's my Italian friend. But we went, and we're both very much like into food. So one of the days we were in this place called Hoi An, and there's like this big food market, and they're like cooking the food on the spot, blah blah blah. And we had this like food from this kind of older Vietnamese lady, and we loved it so much that we asked her, we were like, oh, can we come back tomorrow and we'll pay you, and will you teach us how to cook some of your like most authentic Vietnamese dishes? And this was all over Google Translate. And then she was like, yeah. So we came back the next day, and herself and her daughter just showed us we went into the market and worked behind the stall and everything, and she showed us like 6 dishes, and we paid her, and she when on Google Translate we were like, it would be the honor of our lives if you thought you could say she was like these fucking whatever, but yeah, she thought this was really cool. It's really great.
What's the story with like, what did you make?
We made we made this kind of like deep fried tofu that is like in this tomato sauce that they make that's very it's just delicious. We made this thing called Morning Glory, which is like a spinachy salad thing. This noodle,
that's like garlicky vegetables, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's like a spinach kind of. We made I wanted to know how to make like a proper, it sounds so ridiculous, easy, but a proper Vietnamese omelette, the right way. So like loads of bits like that we could do. So we kind of just used that trip of like, we were very much like just going up to people and asking them to show us things and do things, and it was great. It was really fun.
That's lovely. That's amazing. I've also been far afield on holidays recently, Marty. I've been in Dublin.
Yes, you just did your shows in Whelan's. How were they?
Yeah, they were class.
Yeah.
And I've not been back to Dublin in years.
Yeah.
And it just made me be like, oh yeah, Dublin is really nice.
Dublin is really nice, yeah.
Yeah. It also made me realise that there's like nothing of, firstly, the food in London is shit. It is absolute dog shit. And people are so shocked when you tell them that. But just the joy of every 2 streets there being a Spar or a Centra with a full deli counter. Like, oh my God, you don't know you're born, people of Dublin. It was beautiful. It was amazing.
A deli counter with your wedges.
Yeah. Oh, that's exactly what I had. I had wedges. I was thinking I might get a breakfast roll. But the only breakfast roll you can get if you're a veggie is just 2 hash browns and 2 fried eggs, and it's not really.
Oh, they don't have any veggie sausages. That's kind of interesting.
So some places do, but like you couldn't reliably get them. You know.
Yeah, that's a shame.
They all have veggie sausage rolls.
Oh yeah, of course. Like it'd be kind of crazy if they didn't.
Of course, you have veggie sausage rolls.
Like
but
I had to eat chicken when I was in Vietnam because it was kind of a bit harder to have. You know, you just didn't want to be having tofu all the time. But one day we had like chicken hot pot, and I met a friend from because I went to art school, and I met a friend who was kind of in those circles when I was like in my 20s. An Irish guy who was having his fucking debut solo exhibition opening there. He's from Waterford.
Wow.
I know, but my friend Keane Duggan, hello Keane Duggan if you're listening, but he brought us out for chicken hot pot, and we were like eating the chicken hot pot, and at one point I saw the whole chicken's head just like floating around in the thing. But the chicken hot pot cost nothing. Like when we got a pho in a Michelin star restaurant, it was 50p. Insane.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that
unbelievable.
Like friend of the podcast, Jonathan Masters, my director. He's just moved to Indonesia.
Oh, he's moved there?
Yeah. So he's living in Indonesia now.
I think I remember you telling me that, Jesus.
And he has like, he has this guy right outside the house he calls the satay man. And he just does satay, like fried stuff. And yeah, like that, it costs like 25p or something like
Nothing. Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's all fresh, really fresh food.
In contrast,
London,
I think, no fresh food. Pretty much no fresh food.
Watery vegetables, but not in a good way, like bland vegetables.
In fact, the only reason I know that morning glory stuff is because I once went to a restaurant, I think it was Vietnamese restaurant, with some friends. We were all meeting up, and it was literally the only vegetarian thing on the menu. So it was like everyone else was having full meals, and I was just having this morning glory stuff. It's nice.
Yeah,
it's
but
nice, like, but it looks like a side dish. Yeah, like Marty said, it's basically like spinachy, like a bunch of green vegetables all together in like butter and garlic and stuff.
It's good though, but it is
good. Yeah,
you want your proper food, but no, it was good. It was like I was thinking, like, do you know. Your palate is so much more like, do you know, when you were a kid and you go on holidays and you'd be wanting just like pizza or like, do you know, chips and burgers and chips or whatever, whereas now you're like, oh, thank God I like the taste of everything. This is great.
My dream dream holiday dish, if I could like bring it back, was when we were younger. The only holiday we ever had where we went abroad was we went caravanning in Wales once.
Nice.
And when we were there was like a little restaurant, I guess, at the edge of the caravan park, and they do ice cream in a pingu head.
Class.
And every pingu had a different hat. And I like was telling my mom, like, I'm going to keep these and take them home. And obviously I didn't wash them out right, and by the time I get home they just stink of rancid like milk and ice cream. So yeah.
And did you get candy floss when you were there? I bet you did you?
No. I'd say I've only had candy floss maybe once in my life.
It's funny when you're a kid and you try candy floss and then you taste it and you're like, this is a letdown, because you expect it to taste like a sparkly cloud, even though you have no idea what that tastes like, but you've made up a thing in your brain.
Do you know what fascinated me? Was do you remember when we were kids and you like one of the big Christmas toys might be, hey, make your own candy floss, a candy floss maker for your bedroom.
Yeah, or like Mr. Frosty. I have it on reliable like information that the new Mr. Frosty is shit compared to the old Mr. Frosty. The other one was shit too though.
The other one was shit as well. But I think the other one actually had like razor blades in it, whereas the new one is like just plastic.
No, really?
I think
razor
that's true.
Blades.
Yeah, I think there's like a really old version of Mr. Frosty that actually had like proper blades in it for chopping up the ice.
This feels like an
And they don't-
urban legend.
Oh no, I think it's true.
This is like 5 episodes rolled into one.
yeah, it's either true or I've been misled.
Maybe it is. We'll have to have a look at that.
I'm going to do a quick Google of old Mr. Frosty.
Quick googly.
Old Mr. Frosty machine.
Gaga.
It definitely used to be sharper, at least. I'm not getting reliable confirmation, guys. This is not.
God, I can't believe that. The holidays. Do you remember when you went to Wales? Was it like raining at any point, and you like go on your holidays and then it rains and you're like, what the hell?
Oh, it definitely did rain at least once, and like you said, very disappointing experience. You do just find yourself being like, no, it doesn't work this way. Like, how is this? How is there rain here? And breaking news. Absolutely breaking news. I'm just about to send you a picture of the 1980s Mr. Frosty, Marty, if I can. The
1980s Mr.
news.
Frosty. I'm going to look it up. Because I don't have my phone on me, Mr. Frosty. Mr. Frosty.
Oh,
wow.
Do you see it?
Yeah.
And in the middle, can you see in the middle of it? There's like, you can see it's not razor blades. It's like a grater.
Oh, it's in the Mr. Frosty.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
In his stomach.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
So that's
kids probably put their hands in there or something.
Yeah, probably chopped their fingers off and ruined it for all of us.
I had the Mr. Frosty. No, did I? I had one of them, I think. Mr. Frosty. And it's the crazy thing that happens sometimes when you get a toy and it's already broken before you open the box. That's what happened, I think.
That is fucking depressing as shit when that happens.
It's so mean, isn't it? It's like, first of all, battery's not included, but your thing it's broken, like, and you're, do
you know, there used to be a shop in Macroom. I think about this often. I can't remember the name of it. Maybe I'll ask my mom next time I'm home. But there used to be a shop in Macroom, and it was like a pound shop. But like the idea was like you just knew stuff wasn't going to work if you got it there. And they'd sell it, and it would cost almost nothing, and there'd be like a sticker on it that says like not working, but it'd be like 50p or whatever. And I remember my mom, I'd beg my mom for toys from this place. And she'd be like, okay, fine, I can get it for you, it's 50p. And I'd come home and I'd always be devastated it didn't work. And my mom would just kind of be like, what do you expect? Like,
we knew, like,
yeah, like, and she's explained to me in the shop, but in your head you're like, I bet they're just doing it wrong. I bet I can fix this, but
it's like when you go to a fun fair and you win a fish and the fish dies like 2 days later.
Oh god, that's another massively depressing thing. I thankfully was never allowed the fish, but I know people that have had that. Oh yeah, like my mom would see the fish and just be like, you're not allowed to even try.
Oh, but it was a fish. It was so cool.
Did you have fish growing up?
I did have fish. Yeah, I had. Do you remember those fish and they were black and they had like those massive eyes?
Like Japanese fighting fish. Like they're like little hammerheads, are they?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, they're kind of like
bulbous
circular
eyes.
And then big bulbous eyes. But we had one of those, and one of his eyes exploded.
Oh Jesus! What?
Yeah. It's crazy. That could be like made up in my head, but that's what I remember. Yeah.
Just googled it.
Memories.
It is not a Japanese fighting fish.
No,
completely different type of fish.
It's just like a regular. They're very common. They're not like anything.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Like I can picture it in my head. Like
it's a Blackmore goldfish. That's what it is.
A Blackmore goldfish. Yeah. I'm looking the guy up now. He's exactly the lad I'm picturing.
I didn't realise they were goldfish this whole time. They're quite cute. I feel sorry for the little guy.
Nice. I've just seen one with a massive lump in its eye, so that could be This could be the sort of thing you're on about. Yeah.
But I used to love when you go on holidays and you go into the the seaside toy shops there, and you find like a like a net or like a those luminous plastic footballs that you'd like kick twice and they'd be dead after. Or no, they'd actually last loads. You'd play rounders with them and everything, but they might only last a day. Do you know what I mean? But they were some crack pie.
Also vivid memories of begging my mom for like a sandcastle bucket.
Yeah. And they were hours of fun.
I feel like, and I've no access to this world, so I could be wrong, but I feel like kids aren't making sandcastles anymore.
Oh, they are.
Are they?
Are. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm an auntie, and it's very much alive and strong.
That's good to hear. I'm glad to hear that.
I'm very glad as well, because it's the best. Digging holes and building sandcastles. What can you...
You'd feel like you could dig to China.
When you were a kid. Like you could dig to... I tell you, when I was... I'm going to be doing this now loads. When I was in Nam, I met this fella. Who, I won't say his name, but he cycled from France to Vietnam. And he cycled all across China.
Jesus.
He was like 28. And I was like, oh, have you done this before? Like, are you a cyclist? And he was like, no, I've never done anything like this before. I just said I'd try it.
I just decided I would do it.
And here I am. But he was like one of those people that, like, you know, when you come across them, they're very unassuming and humble and not in your face. Yeah. But then every time you speak to them, they reveal something incredible about themselves. And you're like, wow, this is so cool. You're doing things by your own way, not by the book. You're doing whatever you want to do. That's class.
This is like, I have a friend. He actually did some support for me before one of the Dublin gigs, Kevin Larney. He's a great comic in the Dublin scene. So one thing I've known him for years, and I always knew, the thing I knew about Kevin is that he once drove to Iran in a van.
Ah, that's so cool.
Yeah, so that's just something I've always known.
Yeah.
And I was telling somebody about it, like in London, and they were just like, that's not true, you just made that up. And you know, when you doubt yourself and you're like, fuck, like, have I gotten that wrong or something? That the first thing I said to him when he came in, well, actually no, it's better than that, is that this is how like small Ireland is, in a nice way. When I was doing my tech for my show, Shane was doing his tech, doing the tech in Whelan's, and he was saying, oh, who's supporting tonight? I said, oh, this my friend Kevin Larney. And he's like, oh, I know Kevin from Dundalk. Like, I know him already. And he said, oh yeah, he once drove to Iran in a van.
Ah, good.
And I was like, yes, yeah, he did.
Yeah, it's not crazy.
Yeah. But again, he's like, Kevin's like unassuming in that way. And he's like, yeah, he said he was living with a friend, I think, in Glasgow in the van. It was an old decommissioned post van. And he was living in that. And then one day they were like, okay, do you want to just drive it to Iran? Because it'd be funny to drive to Iran in a van.
Love that.
Yeah, they just drove the whole way through Europe, and he said they didn't quite get to Iran with the van. What they had to do was park it on the Turkish border.
Yeah.
And then just travel over into Iran. They couldn't bring the van in there. But yeah, they spent like a week in Iran, and he said it was lovely. Not
even like loads of prep, like where they'd know that they couldn't do, you know, like people just taking a chat. Like that fella, he said he had to cycle across Kazakhstan, and at one point he was like cycling on this road where there was like this plant that had loads of spikes in it that he couldn't really see properly, and he got 19 punctures in one day, and he had to and he was like, what's happening? Like, he didn't know why his thing was going flat, but he was just fucking doing it. Like, he was just getting on with it.
Yeah.
And it's so cool to be like, I want to go to Iran in a van just because of the onomatopoeia or the like alliteration of that. Like, that's sick. That's so. If I meet him, I'm going to be like, you went to Iran in a van.
Yeah. He'll go, I did.
Sick. I did. And does he talk about it ever on stage?
Not really, no.
Oh my God.
He might mention it in passing. I think actually that is something that's a bit that's sick in everyone's head after you do comedy or after you create content is the number one thing people always ask him is like, why didn't you film yourself doing it? Why didn't you do a YouTube series of it? All that. And he's like, because it's just me and my friend doing something for fun.
Yeah, I just want to live my life like.
Yeah.
God almighty.
But likewise, I think it's a complete waste, and I told him he's an idiot as well.
Good, someone needs to tell him.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, yeah. That's so cool. Yeah, we can do that though. It's like we can do excuse me, all those things.
Marty!
I hadn't burped on the podcast in a long time.
That's true. I actually have something to show you that I think you probably will really like.
Okay.
It's not a gift or anything, but
okay.
My girlfriend got this recently, and I think it's up your alleyway.
All right, let's see. A fiber optic lamp. Yes, it is.
Yeah, I knew it.
Oh my God! Wow, I love those.
Look at that! I knew that would.
They're sick.
That would excite you.
I had one.
I think it.
Once.
Well, it can do. It can. We don't do this because it's too loud. But it also rotates or vibrates. You can't really see it like that.
Doesn't need to do that, but oh my God, I love them. Maybe I should get them for the debut.
I'll tell you. Do you know what? This is a tenner.
Oh jeez, that's very expensive though. They're very expensive. They're fiber optic lamps in 2026.
How much do you think they were when we were growing up? Because they were
Probably
big 90s things.
£13, is it?
You think so?
I'd say £12.99 before the euro existed.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we're talking what, like €19 or something?
I'm talking like you're looking in the Argos catalogue. You've just gone past the jewellery section where there's big jewellery rings that say mom and dad, and you think, God, they're gonna love these. And then you keep going, and you go to the lamp section, and there it is. You know those like long lamps that have the fish in them that like swim up as well? Oh my God, wanted one of those so badly.
No, the big Marty thing.
Never got one of those though, because they're kind of babyish.
Oh, aren't they too babyish? Are they? Yeah.
Not now. I can appreciate.
Yeah. As a kid, do you obviously you'd look at the bedroom, or like not necessarily the bedrooms, but the way they'd have the displays in the Haircuts catalogue, and you'd go, yeah, I'm going to recreate that exactly.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Oh my!
I'm going to get my little like finger skateboard. Yeah.
Desk and a lamp. Those like lamps that were in Argos for a while that were just like the top of them was like a mound and blue, and then just every teenage kid had them. I can't describe a lamp, I've just realised.
It had like a light. You had such an American.
It's because I'm looking at you on screen. Oh, if I was just using American my brain, I probably could. Time pressure.
De Mayo,
the people are listening. It was just very like.
To know what a lamp sounds.
It went by like it's like somebody watched a movie with all the general tropes in it, and was like, okay, this is gonna be the ethos of this. Is
I think Vietnam has burst your brain open in a good way.
Oh, it was you wouldn't believe though. I feel my attention span. Jesus, reset. I'm able to watch stuff without going on my phone at the same time now.
That's class.
It's I can enjoy the thing I'm doing without being near my phone. It's great.
Well, unfortunately for me, the thing I enjoy doing is my phone.
Yeah, I was thinking
really
about that
hard for me to do that. I
don't know how your brain doesn't blow up inside of your face and come out of your eyeballs.
I've actually started. I have a new phone coming tomorrow because my phone is. Yeah, I know my phone's showing its age a little bit, but I've started kissing my phone. Do you know the way some people have the fingerprint to unlock it? I have a kiss to unlock my phone. Hey, honey.
That's so funny. And then they're like, don't recognize your lips, and it's like the lip print instead of your thumb print, or just your tongue print.
If I'm really feeling that, that's how I really unlock it. Oh, sorry, I just need to do my my bank just to complete the transaction.
I'll take your number
real
real quick.
Get off with the phone. Yeah. Oh wow. There you go. Yeah, just put it in yourself. Yeah, just cover it, dripping in drool. Yeah, just put it right in.
What's your password? Here, give me my phone. I'll do it.
Yeah. No, you won't do it right. Yeah.
You gotta be tender.
Joe would be great. Is the way like on iPhones, if you like mess up signing in enough times, it'll take a picture of you.
Mm.
Yeah,
Wait,
to
it
do
does
that,
that?
but you're just trying to. Yeah,
You're just trying to
yeah.
kiss.
Well, you can turn it on to do that.
Why,
so that
why
way,
would
if
you
somebody
steals your
tries
phone?
to unlock your phone, yeah, or if
Mm.
somebody tries to unlock it, you can get their face. So, yeah,
Got your face, got your nose.
yeah.
Got
But
your nose.
But imagine if somebody did that and it was just you trying to make it with their phone.
Yeah. Oh man, we could make that happen. We can build that. Put the energy into making that, Roger, because that seems like a good idea.
Joe, there's two things I want to say to you. One is I have a sketch idea that it's called Nepo Hunter that I'm going to try and do.
Very
It's
good.
like the pedo hunter, but that I'm coming. And I was like, excuse me, sorry, is it true that both your parents have Wikipedia pages? And they're like, oh God. And he goes, yeah, you thought you were here to meet a Hollywood producer, didn't you? Yeah, but it's actually not a Hollywood producer. It's me.
That's really good. That's
And
great.
they're like, no. And they're walking away and they're like, I swear my script is as good as anyone's.
I wish I could riff on this. I haven't seen Pedo Hunter enough. Only maybe 1 minute of it. Damn it.
Oh,
But I appreciate this concept.
Yeah. But the other thing that I'm interested in is for your show, Marty. And you might not want to reveal this, but have you thought about have you been vision boarding it?
I've been vision boarding for the poster, and I think the visual aesthetic of it, is going to fall in line with that, and I think that will determine the visual identity. But I think for the moment, I'm just focusing on the words. Everything else will come out.
Yeah.
And structure.
I'm excited to see it.
I am as well, whatever it's going to be. But I had a moment last night where it was like in the movies where I was asleep and I woke up and I went, that's the idea. You know, when you just and I was like, found like a through line where I was like, simple. And it was a simple idea. And that's the best part of it, because it wasn't this big fucking thing. It was
keep it simple, stupid.
Keep it simple and keep it simple, stupid. And it's because I watched this amazing comic who I'd never come across before on Netflix as well. And I was like, what? There's good comedy specials on Netflix? Are you serious? No offense. See you in like 2 years. But I Dimitri something. I can't remember his name.
What? Dimitri Martin.
Is it alternative guy?
Like one-liners and stuff.
Brown hair, kind of one-linery, but not so much. He kind of has like these ideas.
Big nose?
Big schnozzer. Yeah, really funny.
Yeah, Dimitri Martin, yeah.
Great special I watched last night where it just it just turned on loads of things in my brain. It was like everything coming back up again. I was like,
I love Dimitri Martin. He's
so
one of my
funny.
favorite comics. You know, he's like, I think he might be one of the first non-UK based comics to have won the main award in Edinburgh. I think so. I think that's true. There was I think something in my head is saying like 2003 or something.
Yeah, because he said, on this special it said he'd been going for 10 years, but this was an old special. So I assume he's going for about 15 years now, 12 or 15 years. But I've loved it. Oh,
yeah.
I'm in. Great.
I didn't know they were on Netflix. I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, there's like the black and white one, and then there's another one that I think I bought into for a minute before. But you know, in American specials, the way Americans just laugh straight away out the gate, and you're like, let me have a minute to see. You know, I know he's famous, and you love him, and you're laughing straight away really quickly. I want to, have a second to actually see if I like him.
They're two on board straight away.
Yeah, that annoys me. But also at the same time, I'd like to do a gig in America and have them be on board for me, please.
I think it's like, I think it is interesting because this is my first time touring a show to people that ostensibly might know who you are, or they've certainly bought tickets anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And I have found that like sometimes the gigs are a bit easier, but then also sometimes you just don't. I don't think you'll ever get the buy-in of like the American audience up front. I mean,
Irish audiences more lively than English audiences?
Yeah, or actually, yeah, maybe a little bit. But I think what's more, the people say this sometimes, and they don't mean it truthfully. But I kind of do mean it truthfully. Is they're like Irish audiences are very canny. I think more canny than UK audiences. Not to throw people under the bus here, but like they're not fooled as easily. And I always think of, I should say, one of my most hated comics anyway. I've always before the stuff came out, I've always hated Louis C.K. I've always just like hated his stand up. That's like, I remember I said this once, like very early on. A friend of mine who doesn't do comedy anymore, but Anthony Reardon, is a huge Louis C.K. fan back in the day. He once actually travelled to New York specifically to see him perform a show at the Comedy Cellar. So like he flew to New York just to see Louis C.K.
Yeah.
And he saw Louis C.K. in Vicar Street in Dublin.
Yeah.
And he said he died on his arse. And halfway through, Louis C.K. said something like, "Oh, I guess like audiences here are too thick to get this stuff," or something.
Oh, Louis C.K.
And somebody shouted
Shame
up immediately.
on you.
Somebody shouted up immediately, and they said, "Well, guess you're just too shit to do comedy here." And he said, like, Louis C.K. never recovered the gig. He said it was just a disaster, and he just had to watch a man spiral, like, for the other, 60 minutes of his set.
Just be nice on stage, for God's sake. Just be fucking nice.
But yeah, I do think sometimes American comics, I've heard a lot of American comics say it when they come to do the Fringe Festival, Edinburgh Fringe. Obviously, again, different types of audiences there. But when they come over, they're really surprised to hear that people aren't immediately on board. Like just in a comedy scenario. Which,
gotta work for it here. You gotta work for your gravy. To laugh. Yeah, I mean, maybe what's going to happen when we go to America? Are they going to lose their absolute banana whammies?
I think so. Yeah, I think.
I'm sorry. If you don't, kill you.
I think in America, there is just thing of like, I don't know. I've never gigged in America, but I know people that have toured in America, and they say it's like doing their shows on easy mode.
Wow. I heard that about Australia as well, though, that it's a bit nicer to gig there than it is here. But, I like gigging here. I'm used to it now.
Yeah. Would you like to do the Australian festivals, Marty?
I'd love to. So much. I think going to Melbourne Comedy Festival would be an absolute dream come true. It was okay. Then I went a bit Northern Irish.
That was quite good, I thought.
It was okay. It's because I need to. Yeah, I'll get better at it, and I'll be ready for the Melbourne Comedy Festival. Then
you will.
You know what'd be class? If I went and you went at the same time, 2027. That'd be so
2027. Whoa. Oh yeah, that's who I am though. But yeah, we could listen, Marty. This time next year, we could both be in Australia.
We could both be, and you know what? You guys could be in Australia. And the thing is, are you going to Edinburgh this year, Roger?
I am. I've actually just gotten a little bit of confirmation about that I'll tell you on the podcast.
Oh, you'll have to tell me off air. But I'm doing a load of work in progresses at the moment that I would really, really love to see you guys at, because I'll be honest, I'm nervous about my first hour, but I'm also incredibly excited about it because I feel like I'm just gonna do fucking push little mental personal boundaries I got and see and do a lot of play and exploration. So I've got like a I've got a show actually in Soho Theatre with Sumi and Francis Keaton, two great comedians on in Soho Theatre. this Friday the 13th on Galentine's Day, but I prefer Friday the 13th because it's spooky, whatever, about Galentine's Day. But then I have a work in progress in Leicester Comedy Festival on Sunday the 15th of February. I have a work in progress with Kieran Sagoo on the 18th in the London Hospital Tavern. I've got another work in progress on the 20th, so 2 days later, in London at the Penn Theatre with Samira Banks. And then I have another work in progress in February at the Rosemary Branch Theatre on Monday the 23rd of February with Dominic McGovern. For some reason I put in a lot of work in progresses in February, and I know that's kind of hard to get audiences to, but even if I have 3 people, I'd be so happy, you know. If you're thinking about it,
I saw your list go up.
Huh? Yeah.
I saw your list go up on Instagram, and I was excited about it.
Nobody got the Marty Supreme reference. They're like, why is there just like this Vietnamese guy in your photo?
I'll be honest, I didn't get it, Steve. But I haven't seen Marty Supreme.
No, he's just wearing a hat that says Supreme on it, and I'm sitting beside him.
Okay.
I was like, this is, and I said this to him, and it was all on Google Translate, and then he gave me the hat and a cigar, and I was like, okay.
Wow. Do you know earlier in the podcast as well, where you were talking about your you were like, oh, it came to me what the show should be, and it took me all my power not to say, is it call it Marty Supreme?
Marty Supremacy. Even after we talked about it on the podcast, people messaged me and I was like, haha, did you listen to the podcast? And they're like, no,
I think it would be good. I honestly, it's to the point that so many people have said it to me, I just nod and go, oh, she'd love that.
I mean, variation.
You should send her that.
Somebody said I should call it just Supreme, and I was like, that's quite cool. But I think when I've a bit more of a juice underneath who I am, maybe I can be that bold with a name. But have you got any shows coming up, Roger?
Yes, I've some shows. See, you maybe think of, I also have a show at the Leicester Comedy Festival. That's on the 13th at the Firebug at 6 p.m. And guys, nobody is going to it. So go to that. Actually, more people go to my Leicester Festival last year, my work in progress, than this year, which is bizarre. But yeah, definitely go to that. And I'll be doing loads of whips as well. And then in April, I'll be back in Ireland on the 16th, 17th, 18th, and 19th of April. 16th in Limerick Dolans with special Limerick support, Marty Gleeson.
Oh my god, that's fucking amazing.
Woo, yeah. 17th I'll be in Dublin with special support. Possibly Marty as well if she wants to travel up to Dublin. But
what
also
date?
No pressure. That's the 17th, the next day.
Oh, maybe.
We'll see.
I'll talk to you about that off air because anyway, but yeah, that would be great.
The 18th I'll be in Belfast, and then the 19th I'll be in my homecoming gig in Cork. And as I'm coming on, I'll play Kanye West's Homecoming.
Nice. Say, do you think about me now and then? Such a tune.
I listen to that song home. So much. I was listening to that in Dublin.
I can play on piano. I love that song so much.
Can you?
I sure can.
Yeah.
I sure can.
Yeah. On moving on from all those joyous announcements about our work in progress shows, we unfortunately have a little bit of bad news at the end of the podcast, which is me and Marty are very busy with comedy projects such as our work in progresses and stuff. And Marty's just back from Vietnam, and I've got a bunch of tour stuff that I've got to do. So unfortunately, we've made the very hard decision to take a little break from the podcast for the time being. So we're going to be pausing this for a little bit, but we promise you guys, those Member Dat fans, that we have some very exciting stuff coming later in the year. Very fun projects that me and Marty are putting our little brains on furiously.
Oh yeah,
so,
we've got like proper cool audio project that you're going to be like, wow, that's
we
fun.
think you'll really love it.
But for now, we just need a little breather while we recalibrate because people are people, and the same for you guys. But we'll be back. We'll be back very soon.
Yeah, and we wanted to just do a podcast to say goodbye as well for the time being.
For now. Bye for now. That's all. That's it.
Bye.
Really. Yeah. Well, thank you very much, guys, as usual. We will be back soon. Keep an eye on our social media, and just if you see us, say hello. We'll say hello too.
Yeah. Yeah, and tell Marty what you think her show should be called.
Please. I'd love to go see. I might go see Marty Supreme after next week.
I nearly saw it in Dublin.
Oh,
I nearly saw
then
it.
you went no last minute.
Yeah. I thought, it was this thing where I was like, oh, I'll go to it. And then I thought, is it really the best use of time in a city that I don't live in to spend 2 hours of it watching Marty Supreme?
Sometimes it is. Sometimes it is. All right, guys.
Instead, I just went into every spur.
Hot chicken roll, please. Okay, guys, we'll see you soon.
Yeah. Love you. Bye.
Bye. See you. Bye.